coming to you with another video. I just saw the Nintendo Direct. I enjoyed it. Was everything on there I expected? No, I expected them to show Devil's Third, more Wii U games, even third-party games, but I enjoyed what it had. But then I went to Facebook and I went to Wii U Mad, all the Nintendo groups, and then all I saw was a bunch of complaining. They are complaining that a lot of the games that they wanted to see weren't there, and they just complain. This was a spring event, games that's coming out this spring. And so if you went in there like I did, yeah, I made a mistake. But if you went in there thinking that they were going to show their top games, you have been disappointed. I love Xenoblade Chronicles X. I love how, the new trailer for that. That should have been enough for us. That lets you know that game probably is finna come out, pretty soon. But, this video is called Nintendo fanboys are spoiled. They are spoiled by Nintendo Directs. They're spoiled. Back in the day, I've been gaming on gaming since Pong came out. And all it was, tennis really, but we would play all day on that. And then Atari came out, and then all the other game systems. Then my main system came out was the Nintendo Entertainment System. That was a beast of the system at the time. I had a lot of games on there. And then, what came out was the Super Nintendo, then the Nintendo 64, GameCube. But do y'all know that Nintendo didn't tell you what was going on behind closed doors? If they did, then you had to be in a special club, and they will send you a VHS tape of games that's coming up. If you wasn't like in that special club, you couldn't get that VHS tape. I would get mine about every month. And then when the GameCube came out, they would start getting you CDs through the mail. And that's the only way you could find out what was going on with Nintendo. But the other way you could find out what was going on, I used to hang out at Funko Land in Mesquite, and I would be there all day. Just the nerd thing. And for some reason they knew what was going on behind closed doors, because at that time stores, Nintendo would talk to the stores and stuff. And then I used to hang out at Electronic Boutique at Southwest Center Mall, which at that time was a Redbird Mall in Dallas, and I used to hang out there. And that was the only way you could find out what was going on with Nintendo. And the internet was like in its infancy back then. But now, Nintendo came out with Nintendo Direct during I think the Wii era and the Wii and the Wii U era. We spoiled, spoiled. And Nintendo, used to keep everything closed door. We used to couldn't find out what was really going on with Nintendo until E3. E3 and back in but way before E3, the consumer store, CES. That's the only way you could find out what's going on with Nintendo. Then you had all these magazines. You used to wait like Game Informer, GameStop, Game Pro, Electronic Gaming Monthly. You had to get all that information you get now in the magazines, and we used to get. Now you get all this stuff on Nintendo Direct, and what the Nintendo Direct have done, it have turned Nintendo fans into whining babies. That's all they do. Whine about this and that. You know, everything Nintendo do, they got something to say. Even some of the big Nintendo YouTubers, they always complaining about something. You know, Nintendo don't really have to tell us nothing what's going on. But we was all expecting a Nintendo Direct, and they gave us one. Now, so I'm not damage controlling Nintendo or anything. I'm just telling you that this spoilers just going on in the Nintendo fan base need to stop. Enjoy your game. Every game that they announced today is not for me. I'm not gonna buy every game that came out, because every game is not that they showed it's not for me, but some are. Every game that this might not be for you either. But I'm gonna buy the game that I like. Y'all have a blessed day. It's really time to grow up as a Nintendo fan. Nintendo, like I said in my last video, that Xbox fans need to stop. Nintendo fans need to stop too on the stuff they doing. Being spoiled. Nintendo has spoiled us. They have spoiled us on the great games. Most of the Nintendo games are getting 8 scores and up. You know, Nintendo takes their time on games, make sure they're polished and stuff. We're spoiled. And when the broken game comes out, we can't stand it. That's why we cannot, understand why PlayStation fans are more patient with broken games than we are. You know, they'll get a broken game, buy the game. They know the game is broken, but they know it's gonna be DLC or that'll make the game better. They're used to that. We're not. So we're spoiled. Nintendo has spoiled us not only with Nintendo Direct, they have spoiled us with perfect, polished games. And if they do get to make the game better, you might just get update one time or something for the game to be the good, because glitches gonna happen anyway. But it ain't most times it's not broken. They couldn't do nothing about the little glitches they get back in the day, but they can now. The patches, that's what I'm talking about. They couldn't patch up games back in the day, but they can patch up games now. But still at the same time, keep that polish and make the game as best as it is. So all I'm just saying, we need to stop being so spoiled by Nintendo and grow up. Y'all have a blessed day. Bye-bye.